Hello, how's everybody doing today? My name is Charlie. I am a non binary sci fi fantasy writer who is actually working a lot on the sci fi right now because my brain did a thing and I am chasing that white rabbit wherever it may take me. And it's pretty weird, but I like it. How are y'all doing today? Before I ramble, because I have a lot to ramble about and a lot to get done today. So, let's introduce the other people that are here with me. I am joined by the wonderful Cat Leo and the amazing, the soon to just put some whispers to the universe there. Lord, oh my goodness. So, how's everybody doing today?
Pretty good. Apparently, I'm allowed to say that I worked on Miss Marvel now. Yeah.
I saw that is a thing. What started? I was really concerned about this show because I love the Ms. Marvel comics. And when I heard that it was going to be live action, I was like, oh, but she's like all stretchy and shapeshiftery and like, are her giant fists going to look good on a live action body? And then I saw how they're doing it very differently in the live action. I'm like, that was probably a good choice. Because they show in the trailer that they're doing some like energy thing instead of having her body like deform. At least that's what it looks like in the trailers. Probably a good thing because
I worked on the fists and a mosque.
I remember the Fantastic Four movies, all of them, even Fan Four Stick, even Fan Four Stick,
the dark movie where nobody could turn on the light.
What was up with that? And why were none of the scenes that were in the trailers in the movie?
Okay, one of my coworkers worked on that movie, and it's like they had to do reshoots, but the actress had already done something to her hair, so she had to wear a wig, and it was a horrendous wig. It was the cheapest wig ever, and it was horrible.
Which is why they just turned off the lights. You can't tell it's a cheap wig if you can't see anyone. Apparently. So many things went wrong with Fan Four Stick. And just But I do feel that they've already started introducing the Fantastic Four into the live action universe. I am convinced that large swaths of Moon Knight took place in Latveria. That when they're going down the road and there's that castle very prominent in the background, I'm pretty sure that's Doom Manor. I'm pretty sure Doctor Doom is in that building. I'm pretty sure that entire sequence takes place in Latveria for two reasons. One, it looks just like Latveria out of the comics. And two, unlike every Marvel movie where they go out of their way to go, this is happening here, they don't tell us where that is at all. So, why would they be keeping that a secret if they didn't want to be like, did you see Dr. Doom's castle? Did you see Dr. Doom's castle? Because if they do it right, they will actually introduce him first. And then we'll get to the Fantastic Four. And all the other things that... Sorry. Dr. Doom is my favorite Marvel villain of all time. And I have hopes.
I'm lighting a ceiling. That's going to be traumatizing for people. It's going to be great.
It's going to be great. It's going to be wonderful. Woo! Oh, my. So before I get to some of why I am a jovial ball of nerves, hello, CB. How are you doing today? I hope all is well. Hello, Cool Gamer. I hope you're having a good day today. Right? The ears. Oh, they're so cute. They're so cute. And hello, Spence. How are ya doing? I hope all is well. And yes, the ears. They're so...
I haven't gotten to wear these in a park yet. I ordered them from eBay because somebody scalped them in Orlando. So, yeah, my entire month of clothing budget went to these ears.
I feel like it's always like true confessions time with Charlie when I say this, but I have never been to a Disney park. And not because I didn't want to, but just we never did. Like, We thought about it when we lived in California, but the
So we
less
lived
said about
close
that,
enough
the
that we
better.
didn't need a hotel. We just drove.
Yeah, we lived in Oakland, so it would have been a bit more of a thing. Oh no. I'm sorry,
Just saying
Spence.
this isn't Twitter.
So for me, today has been spiraling in good ways. I mentioned about a week ago that NPR Life Kit did a call out for people to share their stories with their first queer relationships. I shared a pitch with them for how I wanted to actually talk about that. They came back and said, yeah, send us a segment. I sent it in to them today and very quickly got a response back from them about how much they liked it, how much they think their audience will like it. And I feel that that means that I'm going to be in that episode. So, yay.
Yay!
I'm going to tell a very personal, vulnerable story on a very large platform. What could go wrong?
Absolutely nothing.
Right? Like, just, So, I'm very excited. I'm very happy. I will definitely let people know when the episode comes out. I am still living in the weird darkness that I abide in, that when all said and done, I will be cut out of the episode because, it's better to embrace the darkness than to dare walk out into the light. Or so my brain tells me. So,
Like I assume my stories are going to get rejected until they're accepted.
yeah.
It's
And
easier.
even with the really nice things that they have said to me in email, like I still am just like, you say that to all the goyles. Like, this is just how you get a bunch of content so that you can winnow it down into just the best. And
Yeah.
that's, of course, not going to include me because, my brain is garbage. My brain is trash. Not even Twitter can contain the sheer amount of ugly crying and complaining. Oh. So Tumblr then. Because I feel like Tumblr is definitely the platform for like ugly, angry crying and just complete like embracing of the darkness. Or am I wrong about that? Do I just use Tumblr wrong? I haven't used it for a while. Let's see. This is true. There is always the fanfic. In fact, the sci-fi thing that I'm working on now initially started as a fanfic and then went completely insane and had absolutely nothing to do with the fandom that it was originally a part of. Like when I shared it with my husband, who is a big part of a big fan of the fandom, he looked at me and said, "So what was this a part of?" And I told him, and he's like, "Okay, I kind of thought that. Who are these people supposed to be?" And then I told him, and he went, "Okay, I mean, if I squint at it, yeah, this is very, very much its own thing. It's very much its own thing, which is why it is not very much its own thing. Because why group it in with the other thing if it's not?" Hello, Comet. How are you doing today? So I am probably going to try to get as many sprints in today as we can possibly do, just because I am really enjoying the story that I am working on right now, even though it is driving me bonkers because it is insane. Like
So which genre is this story?
This one is the space opera, and it is. I don't know if other people are going to see it as over the top as it exists in my brain because I don't know how much of the overtopedness I am able to capture from what is happening in here to put on paper. But it is basically my camp homage to space opera. And, or as I like to think of it, what if Doc Smith was super queer? Because this feels like a Lost Lensman book written by his like gay cousin. So
She's writing of Zora the Gay Blade.
oh yeah. Like this would be like on the shelf next to it because if nothing else, like it's kind of just going to like have Like you're just going to be looking at it and going, I know that that is colored black, but I see rainbows. I know that that's silver, but I see rainbows. I know that that is like various earth tones, but I see rainbows because it's just, oh, the queerness cannot be contained in this story. Like we have everything from a bisexual fighter pilot who is my everything. We have basically a bunch of drama queens who think that they control the universe, and oh my goodness, yes. Like it's just the over the topness is my heart. Chapter 3 of Stark for President 2. That's awesome. And Laura, I think I actually sent you the draft of chapters 1 and 2 of this. I think I sent it to a bunch of people, and I can't remember who all I sent it to.
Yes, I got something. Crucify My Love.
Oh yeah, that's the really dark. That's the really dark fantasy one with my sweet soft boy and his friend Death. Sweet soft boy, sweet, so sweet. Just let Death cradle you in her arms for a little bit. It'll be fine. You should learn how to use Tumblr. You've been crying at everyone until they get so uncomfortable they feel the need to leave. So sprints are necessary because to-do list exists still. Yeah. When I get into that place, I just put on the typo negative and just scream either I don't want to be me or kill all the white people. Or we hate everyone. One of those 3 songs. Or Who Will Save the Sane. Okay, so one of those 4 songs. But yeah, they're very good for that. At least for me. Yeah, I haven't been on there for a while, so... Well, thank you. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get a sprint started, shall we? I thought because it's Pride Month, and am the person that I am. I mean, you can see my pride colors in the background here because non-binary pride is my favorite pride. I thought, why not for the race? Because we always do a race timer. Why not this time do the mermaids? Because nothing says my little trans non-binary heart like mermaids. So I have set us up with a bunch of little mermaids that are going to be chasing down a merdog, merhound, dogfish. I don't know what the right word for that critter is, but it's kind of cute.
A moxen.
A moxen. Yes. Oh, that's great. That's great.
I don't think it's dachshund, but close enough.
I don't know if Amber's streaming this Sunday. She didn't, to my knowledge, stream last Sunday. Because life is a many splendid thing. Or at least that's what I keep telling myself, to keep the darkness at bay. So, let us
always keep that darkness at bay.
Except for when you have to be funny, because there's nothing funnier than hanging out with the darkness, getting really, really drunk, and reading people for filth. But that may just be me. Let's see. I love having flowers in my hair, so I'm going to go with number 7. Because, yeah. I really kind of want to go with number 3, but it's been a while since I've had the red hair. I miss my bright red hair. Might have to do that again. If I can.
I'm going blue hair. 5. 4.
Yeah, it gets tricksy. I find myself counting back from the top because they're not labeled that as well. Alrighty, so as always, make sure that you have your document open. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. Have something to hydrate with. And as always, be sure that you are actually taking care of yourself. There's nothing wrong with not being productive during this sprint, because self-care is productivity for riders. So if you need to just daydream for a little bit, play a little bit of solitaire, play a little bit of grindstone on your phone because it makes you happy, even though you've beaten the game so many times. But something about George just splattering monsters makes you happy. I don't know. It's not an addiction, I promise. And whatever it is that makes you happy, feel free to do that. We're going to get started on this sprint in a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Let's catch ourselves a Moxen.
Number 2.
Number 2. So I hope everybody's streaming experience is going okay. I noticed a little ways into that, at least according to the YouTube, what is this thing called? Their backstage thing that they have, their stream manager. It started showing weird fluctuations in stream quality. The stream health window actually went black for a second. I don't know what.
It coded.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on, but hopefully everybody is okay. It says that it's still streaming when I checked the over on the YouTubes. It looks like we are still there, but it got a little weird for a second, and I don't know what that was all about. Like, it was a weird spate of randomness. That the funny thing is, it's got a little like traffic light thing that shows you the health of your stream. That said excellent and had the little green light the whole time. Like, all this weirdness was going on screen, and while all of the like numbers were just went down to 0, and just I don't know what happened. I don't know what that was, but it was weird. So, CB pointed out that Robert Downey Jr. did something to his hair, and that it is now bright blue. And I looked it up and found this picture on his Twitter, and oh my goodness, it's adorable. It's like baby blue. It's like soft blue. If you've not seen this, it is adorable, and I loves it. I loves me a man with blue hair. I don't know why. This has been a weakness I have known my entire life, but it is adorable. It is just chef's kiss. It's a really nice color blue too. A really nice color blue. Spence attempted stuff and removed a few of the barriers between you and doing stuff. Feel that. I feel that. I keep staring at my window for the delivery that I feel like is not going to get here, and that is upsetting. See, CB says, when I first saw it, I thought someone took a Smurf from the live action Smurfs movie and melted it on top of his hair. I can see that. Like, it is Smurf colored. It is definitely Smurf colored hair. That is like, if you're having a hard time visualizing the blue and you haven't clicked the link to see the actual blue, it's definitely Smurf colored. Which
My typing is going in backwards. What the heck?
Today. So
Now it's going forwards.
Okay, I know we're not like about to go into a sprint, but save your work, everybody. Save it, back it up, send it to the cloud. Oh my goodness!
Like, the letters were backwards, and the letters were each going in backwards, and like, what? This is Microsoft Teams. It's not like something weird.
I don't know. I feel like the fact that it is Microsoft means it is something weird, but I have aught against them for so many things. I want my 96,000 words back. I know it's been like a decade, but I want my 96,000 words back. You corrupted my backups, Microsoft. I shall never forgive. Shall never forget. CB got 141 words at sprint. Yay. Snaps for that. I think we may be about to get... it is getting rather dark outside. So maybe that's what the weird fluctuation was. Maybe it was...
finished applying to this job. They made me do like a weird little game assessment thing, but I'm like, I can't do math this fast. I can't. Bitches, I use a calculator if I need to do math this fast. And I cannot do 2 equations at the same speed. to tell you which one is greater in like 5
Oh.
seconds. It's not happening.
Look, I'm not even like I'm fairly good at math, and that sounds obnoxiously painful. Like what?
I mean, there
Why?
were basic like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, but I'm like, my brain don't do this.
Why are you like this? Why? Why? What
Why
about
would
this job requires this kind of speed math?
Give me a calculator. I'm great at that. Like, I can also do that math, and I can do it all by hand, but I cannot do it at that rate.
Like if you're not going to be doing accounting or like really quick day trading or something, like you don't need to. I can't think of a scenario where you need to do rapid fire maths in your head. Other than like maybe those 2 jobs, maybe ish.
And the application was for an enrollment specialist for a virtual high school.
Yeah, that shouldn't really require fast maths.
Like, why are you having me do this? I can understand the typing quiz.
I understand the typing.
Like, the math? Leave me alone with your math.
I guess maybe if you're like trying to get a job in Houston to help like spaceships land, you need to do fast math in your head.
Or if like you're the engineer on a spaceship.
Yeah, like, but it's like very specific. The jobs that require fast maths in that, like, most other jobs would be like one moment. The answer is like that's fine. Like that's fine. Like, I mean, because like there are a few things.
So fast, I didn't have enough time to type in one of the like the short things.
I don't.
Like, I was trying to do it, and then it was like, time is up. I'm like, my calculator was already open. Are you looking for a math genius? Like, that's not what I am.
And again, I can think of very few jobs where that is a necessity. Okay, so I know I'm the one who always goes to industry factors instead of like, oh yeah, why is this happening? But so Discovery Media, which is soon to be Discovery Warner, or no, Warner Discovery, I think's the order they decided to put those words. When they acquired all of Warner Brothers and their back catalog, the person that they put in charge of it actually called out the Joker movie as the kind of movie that they wanted to do more of because they spent almost nothing on it. It was one of the cheapest movies that they made, and it made a lot of money.
A lot of people actually really liked that movie.
It was more of a character study.
But what I'm saying is it actually didn't have anything to do with whether or not it was good, whether or not people like this was purely a financial thing. They've spent a lot of money making movies that nobody liked and that nobody saw and that did not make their money back. This has kind of been Warner Brothers' MO for a long time. And he was very clear, like, no, we're going to be making more low budget movies that we can hopefully get a huge return on. So
that's what most horror movies are.
I'm not surprised to hear this. I did not see that movie because one, I have such Batman fatigue which really hurts because I love Batman, but seriously, he doesn't have to appear in every comic. Like, you don't have to find an excuse to fit him in every comic. Like, we're reading our Green Lantern story. We're billions of light years away from Earth in a completely different galaxy. Why is Batman here? Like, what?
What are you doing here? You're just belong. You're just down here.
You're not supposed to be here. Get back to Gotham. This is why there's so much crime. Like, what are you even doing here?
What are you doing here? You left teenagers in charge.
And like, oh, just there's just been way too much Batman for me, which is again painful to say because one of my favorite characters, but need a rest, y'all. Just need a rest.
I still enjoy the Lego Batman movie.
The Lego Batman movie is good.
It pokes fun at itself and the Batman universe so much.
Also, I don't like Joaquin Phoenix. I just not a fan. And since they were like, would you like to see this person that you don't like for an extended period of time playing a character you don't care about anymore? No. No?
I still need to see The Suicide Squad.
That is actually a very fun movie. But I have a James Gunn addiction. I've been very, very open about this problem.
Like, I saw Suicide Squad before it came out. And then I ended up going opening night with some friends because my friends wanted to see it. So I haven't seen it since opening night.
I want a Snyder Cut movement for the Suicide Squad because we know that they had a pretty much finished movie before the trailer went viral, and they decided to hire not even the same company that made the trailer that went viral, but a different trailer company to do.
It wasn't the same trailer company?
No.
That's so stupid.
They hired a completely different company that also makes trailers to completely reshoot the last half of the movie to make it more like the trailer that a different trailer company made. Because they're like, oh, people are excited, and this doesn't actually look like the movie we made. Completely other random company. Fix this. Again, why Warner Discovery is looking at making cheaper movies. Because, the dumb. But yeah, I really liked the Suicide Squad movie, and I am a huge fan of the Peacemaker series that spun off from it. And yeah, can't wait for season 2 of that and whatever the mystery James Gunn series is that he is working on for DC. Because we know that he was greenlit to do a second TV series for them, but no one has said what that second series is yet. And, I can't wait. Yeah, that's actually a really good example because that movie, nobody cared. Like, nobody cared. And with good reason. I did watch it on HBO Max. And so I had read the reviews. I had seen the reviews. I had read all the spoilers and thought, okay, so this is trash. This is going to be a terribly bad movie. Maybe we can just MST3K our way through it and just enjoy it that way. Like, just mock the ever-loving hell out of this film. And no, it was so dumb. Like, it was so much worse than any of the things that I heard about it. Just somehow it found a way to go under my expectations, which were already, I thought, on the ground. But no, it found a way to dip under. Like, seriously, Joanna, I know you're distracted by being, a very hateful person right now who's trying to destroy children's lives in the UK and around the world. But you should remember how port keys work. You invented them. Like, I really have a problem with the fact that she forgot her own lore for her own series.
Do you think she actually wrote the script for it?
We know that her script was so bad that if you actually look at the credits, and all you have to do is watch the trailer and look at the credit card at the end, it says based on a script by J.K. Rowling. And then they hired somebody else to write a script that is also technically has her on it as a writer. Technically.
Because I'm hoping it's the other people that forgot.
It's so, like, I don't understand why it takes place in both the Marvel.
Also, all we have to do is Google it.
Yeah, like,
and
there's a Google
that has the pretty accurate information. Like,
I'm pretty sure there's a Harry Potter source book somewhere that somebody has published, official or not, that has the right information. Like, there are ways. I can't understand how that much money could be put into something that, like, they had to know. Like, Like, the weird dance-off that Dumbledore and Grindelwald have. Like, they had to know. They just... Somebody had to know what they were doing. Your favorite line from today: if I hear you disrespect either my parents again, Stephen Grant Rogers, I'll sick the Hulk on you, Tony growled. Yeah, that's a threat. That's a threat. Lego Batman was funny. Like, if you saw the Lego movie and
The
you
Lego
like,
movie makes you cry.
but if you
Lego
like the Lego Batman that's in the Lego movie,
Yeah.
it's basically him, the movie. So if you saw the Lego movie and you're like, why isn't there a whole movie about that Lego Batman? We got you covered.
Ralph Fiennes is Alfred.
Yeah, and it's really funny. It's really funny. I do believe he is the one directing them now. It was a different writer who did the right. I didn't recognize the name of the person who was on there as a co-writer. Yeah, you'll probably like it then. Yep.
It's Alfred.
There have been so many good Alfreds over the years, and so few good Batmans. It's so weird. It's so weird. Like in the Zack Snyder movies, Jeremy Irons was a really good Alfred. The Batman I could take or leave, but it had a very good Alfred.
They're choosing the wrong character to be the star of these shows.
I really feel like that's what it is. I really do, because when I was watching Man of Steel, and I didn't understand why this wasn't just a Lois Lane movie, because I cared so much more about Lois Lane's character than anybody else that they put in this movie. Yeah, you just picked the wrong. You picked the wrong hero. You just, this is what you did. Michael Caine was a very good Alfred. I will agree with that. I like Michael Caine a lot as an actor.
Yeah. One of the earlier roles that was the first time I recognized him as him was Secondhand Lions. You seen that movie?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So good.
That's a very. My dad loves that movie, and it was one of our bonding movies. And I didn't realize until you said this that there aren't Lego Marvel movies really, which is weird because Disney has a deal to do Lego Star Wars, and Lego Star Wars is hilarious. I love the Lego Star Wars movies. If you've not seen the Halloween special that they put out last year, it is so funny. It is so funny. But
they have the video game series. They don't have a movie, but they have video games.
It's weird. Yeah, Secondhand Lions is so good. It's so good. My dad bought a guitar specifically to learn how to play the soundtrack to Secondhand Lions.
Nice.
That's what got my dad wanting to make music, was that simple guitar that plays throughout the movie. He wanted to learn how to play.
There's Lego Marvel Superheroes Maximum Overload, but it's a short. They're all shorts.
Liam Neeson is good in pretty much anything that he does, and the reason
Good cop, bad cop. Mwah.
The reason I put a caveat on that is I'm not a fan of the genre that the Taken movies are in, so I can't speak to those. I don't know if he was good in those or not. That's not my thing. So I don't know. But everything else I've seen him in, I really, really liked. And I keep hoping that he will, no spoilers please, show up in the Obi-Wan series. We only have 3 episodes left, and I haven't seen the new one yet because it came out late. We checked at midnight, and we checked at 1 a.m. and it wasn't there at either time, and it usually is out by midnight, so I haven't seen it yet. So no spoilers, please. But I keep hoping Liam Neeson will show up, mainly because we know that he's supposed to be able to talk to his spirit Qui-Gon, and there are so many scenes where he does this pitiful voice. He just goes, "Master Qui-Gon," just calls out for him. And it's so heartbreaking because nothing happens, and it's one of these times it has to actually happen, right? Please. Like the one that gets me the most, I think it's in the first episode. He has nightmares and he wakes up and he tries to meditate and tries to get Qui-Gon to come talk to him, and it just doesn't happen. It is just like, no, heartbreaking. Lego games are a lot of fun. Oh my goodness, yeah. First Taken movie was awesome. The other two, not so much. Walk Amongst the Tombstones. I don't think I've seen that one either. Schindler's List is phenomenal. It is just a masterclass in how to tell story visually.
Mm-hmm.
Like it deserves to be the movie that Spielberg is remembered for, because it is everything that cinema can do. The movie. When it launched on Netflix. Oh my goodness. All right, so let us get started on another sprinty sprint, and hopefully the internet will not go wonky this time around. That would be nice. All right, let us say goodbye to number 2. Go play with your Moxen, which the name's growing on me. Whoop. Alrighty, new doggy, new race. I am. Wait a minute. Did it change the racers?
4 is still 4, but yeah, because the red was a hat with red hair. Now, yeah, it's changed.
That's weird. It changed the. Why did it change the racers? That is bizarre. So I guess I'm going to go with number 4 now, because blue hair, I guess.
I'll go with 1.
Because the one that I picked with the pretty white flowers in her hair isn't there anymore. Huh. The site is doing it weird.
Her hair looks like she might have flowers in her hair as well.
Yeah. So the gremlins are even taking our mermaids away from us, which is just bizarre. So yet again, before we go into this sprint, remember, don't feed the gremlins. Save your stuff, back it up, send it to a friend. Because, oh my goodness, even the mermaids aren't safe from the gremlins today. I don't know that I've ever seen it just randomly change up the racers like that. That's just bizarre. I wonder if they pushed out some kind of an update to the models or something, in the background that caused it to happen. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started on this before I hyper focus on it and forget that I'm doing a live stream on the internet. Let's get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Let's go get ourselves a Moxen.
The green hair.
I couldn't find the tab. number 5. I only have one browser open and very few tabs. That shouldn't have been difficult. Oh my goodness. His day. Oh my goodness. How did everybody do? I built a rabbit hole for myself and I jumped right in it because I have a problem. So for some reason, when she walked into the hangar, I wanted to name exactly what model of ship was in there because I have a problem. And spent almost that entire sprint doing that.
Is there a spaceship name generator?
No.
Oh.
That was the first half, was clicking through every possible thing, searching. No. Like there's one that will give you the name like the Enterprise or something like that, but not for like a class of vessel.
So the classes of vessels that I made up are like the 5 points because it's shaped like a maple leaf, because of course. The Land Lancer, long pointed nose that can ram through thin sheets of ice and stuff like that. And what else did I have? I don't remember. So think about a nebula.
I feel like what I came up with was like the least inspired thing, but it took so long to do, and I was kind of happy with it. So the solution, it's in there. Will it survive to final draft? I don't know, but deep down inside, I needed to know everything, and yeah, I don't know why. I have a problem. How did everybody else do that sprint?
I got an email from one of the applications I did, because I did an easy apply, and then they sent me a link, and then I filled out that stuff, did the like assessments and things. So that's been done.
Yay.
That one is specifically, it's not a specific college. It's more of you help high schoolers get to college.
That sounds interesting.
This keeps telling me that your profile matches this job. I'm like, these are all travel agents. I don't think I'd be good at it.
I don't know. I feel like you would have to practice your Roz, because I feel like, I don't know why, but if I was a travel agent, I would. So, you want to go to Spain? All right. I don't know why, but I just feel like that's the appropriate way to handle that.
Yeah.
Or maybe I just watched too much Monsters, Inc. I don't know. But I have so many problems. So, during the sprint, CB said, "Oh geez, I hope the Gremlins aren't acting up because I was listening to old Thanos Road earlier." At which point, I started having this image of like an itty bitty Thanos with an itty bitty glove running around in everybody's computers, taking away half the words so the prose is balanced. The words must be balanced. And it was very funny, and it made me laugh, and apparently also made CB laugh. So
my application and assessment thingy are apparently now in the hands of the hiring manager at this place.
Ooh, that's exciting.
So it must have been like, I must have gotten enough on the assessment stuff for it to actually get to a person.
You did enough quick maths.
Well, this is a different job, I think.
Oh, okay.
I applied to several.
I'm trying not to just start like performing Man's Not Hot, because for some reason I started saying quick maths and all I can hear is him doing the whole 1 + 1 is 2, 2 + 2 is 4 quick maths portion of that song, which is very funny and makes me giggle. Except for he says it much quicker than I did because I'm not even going to pretend to try to rap. It's not a thing I'm going to do. I'm not even going to like give it rhythm or anything because if I know one thing about myself, it is that I am not a rapper. It's one thing I know for certain that this is not who I am. See, we got 195 words and snaps for that. That's not rain. Oh, it's that time of year again. I thought there was rain outside. It was a swarm of gnats that were just right and like picking up the whole front window. Yay. Yay. Swamp living is fun. I like it so much. Let's see. Spence says, I did maybe 100 words of client work. Hey, that's better than the what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, arguably 5 words that I got in 20 minutes. And they're not even like good words. So feel good about yourself, Spence. That's amazing. Gremlin Thanos would be a lot easier to kill. Yeah. I mean, yeah, Hulk squish, like, yeah. But I feel like he'd be really spry. Like for some reason, he's like taking on aspects of like Bugs Bunny in my head. Oh, dude, imagine if Bugs Bunny got the Infinity Gauntlet. What mayhem and havoc would he get up to? Like, I feel like he would finally marry Elmer Fudd because that is a love that knows no end. It knows no bounds. But other than that, no, I'm not going to start writing Warner Brothers cartoon fan fiction right now. I have actual stories to write. I almost said serious fiction to do, but dear God, this is not serious fiction that I'm writing. Like, one of the protagonists is described as a living porcelain doll, and they're a robot. So I mean that literally. Like they yeah. Why do I do this to myself? Why? Just had a vision of Hulk stepping off with Thanos. Yeah, and then like suddenly reverting back to Bruce and trying to figure out how to clean his foot. Like just Bruce hopping around on one foot trying to figure out like, oh no, can't step on it, it's too squishy, and like trying to figure out how to clean his foot. Because I mean, is what would happen.
I'm off work now. Yay!
Woohoo! It's been a while since I've been able to announce this on stream. The Laura is free. The Laura is free. Beware, for the darkness shall be rising as the mistress of horror begins writing terrible things. Wonderful things, but terrible.
It's wonderful, but it's terrible.
And unfortunately, I can't do a John Hurt accent, or I totally would have tried to do that in the voice of John Hurt, but there's only one John Hurt, and he was John Hurt. Yeah, which is like Pepper's go-to, like, roll eyes, hear thing fix. Because has anybody checked and made sure that Pepper isn't secretly Inspector Gadget? Like, she always seems to like be like, I've prepared for this because actually that would make her Penny. Wait a minute, was Pepper Potts Penny and she grew up and became... Wait a minute. Used to dealing with the weird eccentrics problem, always has a solution to it set up, has an amazing understanding of tech because she kept having to put Inspector Gadget back together. Wait a minute. I just figured out her true backstory?
So, as everyone knows here, I'm a fanfic addict. And so, of course, I've read that fanfic. But it's a different fanfic. Of, like, how everybody's just in agreement. They're like, are we sure Pepper doesn't just already rule the world? And everybody's like, no, she obviously doesn't. It doesn't run smoothly enough.
Right.
Because if she was in charge, everything would run smoothly.
Like, I feel like if she would have gotten her hands on the Infinity Gauntlet, she would have lectured it into just behaving and doing what she wanted it to do. Like, she just would have given it a stern look and a flick of her hand, just, and everything would have been right. It just, but with that like fully exacerbated sigh that I feel is like one of the crowning joys of any time Pepper Potts shows up in anything. Just, I'll fix it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. That's true. But still, I like the image of her being.
People change their names. Also, one of the nicknames for Virginia is Ginny, which isn't that too far off from Penny. Because like people have nicknames and it's like that doesn't even go with your name.
Nicknames are weird. Like, I grew up with an Uncle Denny, and so I always assumed that Uncle Denny's real name was Dennis because Uncle Denny. Uncle Denny's real name was not Dennis. In fact, it did not start with a D. His real name was Ian Michael something, and I don't know where. Like, I have so many more questions now. Like, where did
How
Denny
long time did he spend at Denny's?
Well, no, he would have been my great uncle, so I don't know if there was a Denny's around when he got this nickname. I don't know how old that franchise is, but like, still, like, that has nothing to do with your real name. Like, it was so hard putting together the family tree because the names I knew people by. Because I had an Aunt Peg, and Aunt Peg's real name was Mary Ellen. And that was not too difficult because for some reason people call Marys Pegs, even though Peg is short for Margaret, because reasons. It is. Peg is short. Peg and Peggy are technically short for Margaret because Middle Ages were weird. The Middle Ages were weird. I think there's actually a name explained on that one where he goes through that there was this weird thing where they just like swapped letters out randomly because Margaret became Meg, and then Meg became Peg, and then Peg became Peggy. Because middle-aged humor was funny. And it just stuck around for reasons. And that's where we get a lot of those names that, like, how do you get Dick from Richard? Like, how do you get... It was this time period where people were just like, you know, it'd be really fun? Just to randomly change a name and the pet name that we've derived from your name that's only tangentially related to your name. Because, like, I can kind of see how Richard becomes Rick, but it's still like, shouldn't it be Rich? But anyway, it's a thing. Middle Ages in England were weird. There were a bunch of French-speaking Normans that were trying to convince Saxon women that they should find them attractive, and the language did strange and bizarre things. Let's see, where are we? Aside from which, Tony would never let her that close to something so dangerous. Very true. Let's see.
Like he could stop her.
The blue of the potions lab mess story. Yeah. Oh my goodness, that. Or Richie. Yeah. Just names are fun. Names are fun. Like, I wanted to name a character Chewy for reasons, and I knew that Chewy was short for Jesus, and I was like, how do you get Chewy from Jesus? And I went down that rabbit hole, and like, it would be the rest of the stream if I tried to explain to you how you get Chewy from Jesus, but it is a way, and you kind of have to know a couple different historical figures where the name jumps and changes a couple times on the way. And like, names are funny. Like, I don't know how we do these things, but we do. And then pretend that they are very, very real and serious. And no one should make weird jokes, but names are weird. Like, all of them.
I have a relative whose name is William, goes by Liam.
I can see that.
Though I can see how that works.
My grandfather and his brothers, all three of them, none of them go by their actual first names. They all go by their middle names. None of us know their first names. I know their first names, but nobody else in my generation actually really knows their first names. I only know because I did a project where I looked up the censuses that their mother did when they were children. So I am one of a few.
My Uncle Jack's real name was Owen Robert. When I say I did not know who any of these people were when I started finding them on census forums, like, how do you get Jack from that? Where did Jack come from? Why is there a Jack and Denny? I don't understand how Jack and Denny got their names. Like, I don't understand this. Because they're not related at all. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Names are weird. Especially if you're Brandon Sanderson and writing fantasy. I know, I'm not going to let it go. I'm not going to let it go. I'm just not. Him's a rich boy. Hims can take it. Vince McMahon's full name is Vincent Kennedy McMahon. He's not a Kennedy, right? It's just like a name. I only ask because that family is much larger than a lot of people realize. Actually, technically, since he's named after his father. My birth name made me a third. Technically. Though all three of us had different middle names. My grandfather, who I was named after, did not have a middle name.
Oh.
He made it up. When they passed the law that made for Social Security and he had to go in and register, the form had a spot for first, middle, and last name. And he asked, do I have to write down a middle name? Because I don't have one. And she said, yeah, please write down your middle name. And he wrote the first name that came to mind, which was Cisco from the Cisco Kid. And his name thus became legally changed. And his middle name was legally Cisco. His middle name. Because names are weird, y'all. And see, if you add my confirmation name, my name gets like psychotically long because I died on a patron saint, and the priest was like, I give up. Just what's the list?
I know someone whose middle name is the letter X.
That's kind of awesome. That's kind of awesome. So the reason I keep looking out the windows is one of my neighbors is doing the weird shark thing through the neighborhood. That's the sixth time I've watched them drive slowly past the house, and I don't know why. And it's very weird. Your confirmation name, yeah. I once, because somebody was being annoying, and I asked them what name they needed me to sign things with, and they kept saying your full entire name, and I was like, no, I don't think you want that. Do you want my legal name on this? What has to be on this? So I just put my name on it. I put my full legal name on it. What name has to be on this form? And they kept saying, no, we need your entire full name. And so I wrote out my entire full name with the entire confirmation name in the middle of it for that form and handed it back to them. And they were like, there's no space on here to write anything else. I was like, I know. You asked for my full name. That's technically it. It takes a while to say. And suddenly switches to French in the middle because reasons. Oh, that's cool.
My two sisters have French middle names.
I can't even.
My middle name is the name of the town.
I technically can't really pronounce part of one of my middle names because there's a sound in French that my voice just doesn't want to make because it's the name is Grignon, and I apologize to all French people everywhere who, for some reason, listen to my podcast. Why? Like, it's not that I want you to stop. Just explain to me what. Why is over half my audience in France? So confused.
I need to take Ryan a walk.
Alrighty, we're about to do another sprint. Alrighty, let us get this loaded up and say goodbye. So, like, I feel like I should do a prediction, except for we're not on Twitch right now. When I get rid of this mermaid, is it going to randomly change all of the other mermaids again?
Yes.
Probably.
I don't think it's. Wait, kinda.
It brought it back to the first way, I think.
Yeah, my original one's back. What is going on with you, race timer? What are you doing? I don't understand it. She's in a different place. It's fine. Anyway, I'm gonna go with 7 because she's back. Bye.
I'm gonna go with 1.
Since the gremlins are all over everything, I feel very pressured to be like, make sure you're saving your stuff, backing it up, sending it to friends, do whatever you can to make sure that you still have a copy of it because, oh my goodness, even the timer is not safe. Anyway, let's get started on the sprint in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go.
One.
I was trying to finish the sentence real quick. Ooh, yay! Woohoo! Good night, CB. If we didn't miss you already, sleep well, and may the dreams ever be in your favor. It is getting very dark and cloudy outside. Wow, it's very dark in here. There we go. That's a little bit of light. Wow, it's getting really gloomy outside. Are we going to get to hear the thunder soon? I feel like we're going to get to hear the thunder soon, because that's pretty dark. Oh, there's an itty bitty teeny weeny cloud. And yes, it does have rain in it, but I'm not seeing any of the thunders. But an itty bitty tiny cloud that is trying to make its way through the area right now. So yeah, we are going to be getting the rains in a little bit, for a very little bit. So that's going to be fun. How did you do that time? Did you get any more emails back? I don't know why I expect that, but things are weird lately.
No. But I did look at more stuff, and then I was like, I should probably check this idle game. It's been like 3 hours. I'm like, oh, this character that I just created, because I got the 4th character now too. And it's to like level 16, and I'm like, oh, at level 10 I was supposed to give it a class.
Whoopsie.
Oh, my bad.
So what does that mean? Do you get to give it one now, or
I had to go to the person who I had to get it from, because I just kept. I took it to the next level, and they're like, "What's the kid doing here?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" Oh, yeah, Mr. Spencer's terrible influence.
just thought I would leave that there for a minute. Just yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I am continuing to work on this project, and my brain is starting to do the rebellions. So I'm kind of diversifying, because there's a lot of aspects to this project that aren't actually writing the chapter that I'm working on. I think the reason my brain has decided to start rebelling is I told myself that once I got chapter 3 ready, it was ready to start implementing Super Secret Master Project 1. Like that's the trigger that I've set up for. We are ready enough. Let us go forward. And my brain went, oh, then we just won't get there then. Which I have accounted for. Because, well, there are a lot of aspects to Super Secret Master Project 1. And I can just shift over and work on one of those. So my brain is not as crafty as it thinks it is. It's just helping me get ahead on things that I would have normally had to have done later. Which is always fun. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I'm very easily distracted right now. I'm like, there's wind outside. Has the rain started yet? Yep, actually there it is. Oh, that's pathetic. I mean, you don't need to be a storm, that's fine, but it's just a wee little drizzle. Just a wee little drizzle. I think the other reason I'm kind of obsessed with it is, I feel like if it's going to cause intense knee pain, it should justify itself. It is not living up to the threats that it has made. It's just enough that the doggy perked up and went, oh, what's going on outside? Just enough. Oh. Yes. Oh no. I reached over and petted the doggy. And now she's like, oh, but my belly. My belly. Why is my belly not getting all of the loves? Don't you love me? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. If you want, I'll hurry us into a sprint so I can give you more belly pats if you're going to be that little doggy. Which I'm fine with because everybody deserves the loves. Big stretches. So I hope everybody is having a better day. I hope, Spence, your day is getting at least a little bit better because, mama worries way more than I probably should about people. It is my lot in life. Alrighty, I'm just going to head us right back in for another sprinty sprint. And who knows what the mermaids are going to look like this time. Goodbye, one that I had chosen that was the winner. I don't think they significantly changed. Except for the fact that they all essentially have the same hairstyle now. It's only whether or not they have a hat or a bandana. I'm going to choose number 4 because, well, blue hair. I've got a weakness for the blue hair. Alrighty. So, with the rain arriving and the gremlins being wild today, make sure that you are backing your stuff up. I haven't said this at all yet. If you have been watching us this whole time and you have not gotten up and moved around, maybe consider doing that. Make sure that you have something to hydrate with. I've got my giant cup of water because...
Okay, I ate food.
Ooh! Is important. And take care of yourself. And have you asked yourself recently, am I going to do anything for the Pride and Prejudice anthology? It's coming up. And I'm still trying to figure out what it is I'm going to write for it. I'm vamping for a second because McGonagall is contemplating whether or not she wants to be a lap cat, and it's very cute. And y'all would enjoy that. But I think she has decided against it. McGonagall, do you want to come up? Did you want to come up? No. Have you actually learned to shake your head to mean no? Because I've noticed you've been doing that a lot lately. Anyway. But only when you ask a yes or no question and her answer is definitely no. She just does that. So I think, I don't know. Can cats learn how to make gestures like that? Anyway, let's get started. Let's get started the sprint in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go.
purple one.
Purple. So that'd be number 3. How is everybody doing? We caught a wild Megan during that sprint, so yay!
Woo!
Oh my goodness. And lost a cat. It's starting to settle in, and I'm having that, like, what have you done now moment. So I watched YouTube videos for that sprint.
Nice.
And yeah. How's everybody else doing?
Pretty good.
Back from my walk with Roy, and now I'm eating some enchiladas.
Nice.
Ooh.
So during that, the whole show pretty much, I was at the doctor's getting doing the Ehlers-Danlos diagnostic test, and basically they told me that it's complicated. I can't be diagnosed with Ehlers-Danlos unless my I'm like on the cusp of it, but the way I could be diagnosed with it is if my mom or my sister were diagnosed with it, which then I would have to talk to them and be like, hey, go to the doctor and get this checked out. And I don't talk to my family, so that's not going to happen. And then the other thing that I have to do is get a ultrasound of my heart to see if there's stuff going on there. And then we'll find out if I have Ehlers-Danlos or just hypermobile spectrum disorder. Right now, it's complicated.
So if you can't be diagnosed without your mother or sister being diagnosed,
or anyone in the family, not just my mother and sister specifically.
Okay, so anyone in the family. How did they get diagnosed without other people in the family being diagnosed? Like, it seems like it's all the way down problem to me.
The problem is I'm on the cusp. Like, when they measured my arm span, I was like just a centimeter off, like a couple centimeters off, basically, from where the results should have been to have Ehlers-Danlos. So they're like, all signs are pointing to Ehlers-Danlos, or sort of, almost, but right now it's just a hypermobile spectrum disorder because they can't confirm nor deny.
That makes a lot more sense, because I'm just like, this sounds like turtles all the way down. Like, so, but we can't diagnose them unless either one of their siblings or parents. Yeah. And we can't really diagnose them unless one of their siblings or parents. Like, it just, it just was starting to sound very turtles all the way down. And
yeah, no, it's just because my situation is so complicated. So basically, I'm fully relying on this heart ultrasound to see if I do or not have this. Or, I mean, I'm still going to have hypermobile spectrum disorder, whether or not I have Ehlers-Danlos or not. So it's like, and as she was explaining, there's no one in the area who even treats, like, who specializes in Ehlers-Danlos, so there's no one for me to see to get treatment
for that.
And there really isn't much treatment available because it's so under researched and stuff like that. So she's like, it's just kind of like extra information for you.
Well, yeah, the reason I was asking questions is my brother has a very rare genetic condition that you have to be very Gaelic to have. It's only found amongst the Scottish and the Irish. Like,
oh, wow.
You have to be very Gaelic, and you have to get the genes from both of your parents, or you can't get it. And they were very loath to actually diagnose him because our father doesn't have it, his mother doesn't have it, neither of his siblings have it, even though only one of his siblings actually shares the same parents.
Oh, wow.
And it's like, but it's a very rare condition. Like, it's a very, it's very rare, and you have to get the exact same copy of the malformed gene from both parents.
Mhm.
Like, can't you just like do a DNA screen and see if he has both genes? Like, wouldn't that be a lot easier than being like, well, I mean, it looks like you have all the symptoms, but I mean, since nobody else in your family has it, we really don't want to say that that's what it is. I'm just like, just do the test. Like, it's a genetic test. You apparently know what the genes are. Just look for them.
Sometimes they don't think of the obvious.
Right? It was a lot of stuff, and he ended up finally getting diagnosed, and that's why he now technically, according to his doctor, has 3 parents, because he ended up having to have a full stem cell transplant. Like, they literally killed off the stem cells in his in his bone marrow, and completely replaced them.
Wow.
Which usually kills the people that they do that to, so they don't like doing that.
Damn.
But since the condition that he had was basically causing him to randomly sprout cancers all over,
No good.
Yeah, he was diagnosed with, I think, 7 forms of cancer within a 6-month period.
Oh
wow.
Yeah.
Poor thing.
And yeah, it was not nobody's friend, but he's doing better-ish now.
That's
like
better-ish.
The cancers are all in remission, but he's still having the flare-ups that come with the condition, where his body just randomly points at something and goes, oh, "You're not supposed to be here," and freaks out. And unfortunately for him, it keeps picking his sweat ducts.
Oh no.
Or his hair follicles.
Oh.
And attacking them with great vim and vigor. And it's like, no, those are part of the body. Like,
I haven't heard anyone use the word vim since my grandmother. My grandmother, who was born in 1919, something like that.
Look, I have always been very clear. I was born and raised in the 1800s on a little farm with an outside bathroom and a Franklin potbelly wood stove. Like, I was born in a different century. I mean, no bones about this at all. Very open about it. And also, to try to keep my mood up, I still have the really cute cows that Maggie sent me pictures of, and that's why I keep looking over here. Like, my mood is dropping. Look at cute cows. Oh. So if you see me look over there and have a goofy face, it's the cute cows. Cute cows be cute. Because actually, I will put a link to it in the chat. That's why shouldn't everyone have access to cute cows right now? Why not? Because I mean, cute cows be cute, and I want you so bad. Like, I never wanted to have cows before, but now I want cows. So bad. So bad. My maternal grandfather would be both shocked and maybe even a little pleased. That side of the family used to run a dairy. So cows were a thing. But yeah, I'm trying to keep myself focused. I'm trying to keep myself moving forward, because good things are not bad things. And
good things are good things.
My constant chant that I have to do in times like this, and like my brain finally like clicked in. Wait, read that email again, and I did. And yeah, good things are good things.
What email?
Oh,
what have I missed?
So that segment that I sent you, I sent it on to LifeKit and got a really wonderful email back from them about how much they liked it and how much they think the audience will like it. And
yes, I think they'll love it. It was so good.
So that's making me think that I'm actually going to be included in the episode. So my brain has started.
When do we have to start listening to NPR? Like, when do I need to?
I don't know, but I will definitely I've already subscribed to the podcast, and we'll definitely let people know when the episode comes out. So
Too bad we can't like do a live stream during and to a group listen it and just
actually, if they have a YouTube channel for it, which I haven't looked at yet, and they have the permissions on their videos set right, you can do watch parties of YouTube videos on YouTube.
oh cool.
That is allowed in the TOS, but they have to
Nice.
pick the standard YouTube license or one of the attribution licenses. If they do any of the all rights reserved licenses,
Mhm.
then you can't do that.
Yeah.
But
Huh.
there
That
are,
would be so cool.
yeah. So I'll have to look and see if they're doing that, because yeah, that would be really fun to
That would be so much fun.
do. I'm just like, it just kind of dawned on me, like during that last sprint, it was just like, so you're going to be, so yeah, you submitted to a thing that's got a really big audience, like the biggest audience you've ever been in front of, and they liked it, and they're probably going to use it. Wait, they're probably going to use it? Like, it's like that Gru meme, you know, like that's what happened
Yeah.
in my head. Like, and they're probably going to use it. They're probably going to use it? Like, because, yeah, I think Gru in a lot of ways, yeah. Yeah, is explanation for this hotness. Like, yeah. Just a bit. Hi, happy cows. How are you? Oh,
Don't click the link in the private chat.
oh no. Oh no, I saw it. I didn't know what it was. Oh no. Oh. It's video of happy cows. You're so fluffy. Sorry, we're gonna do this. Share screen. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Like, just, yeah, she's so fluffy. She's so fluffy. Just look at the fluffers.
It's not showing on the screen.
It's not showing. I clicked it and everything. Okay, let me rewind and then I put it up.
Oh, see,
Click
he's
it.
doing all those cute little.
See, I'm clicking too fast. This is what I'm doing. I clicked too fast.
Oh,
I clicked and
it's
then went
so
over to
fluffy.
hit play.
It's so fluffy. I'm gonna die.
Right? It's so fluffy. They're so just, and that face, face, just, oh, look at the fluffers. Just look at the fluffers. Like, just, oh. Just, oh, look at that. Oh, the big booper. It's just such a big booper. Just such a big booper. Like, I don't know what I would do with cows if I had cows, but, oh,
I would give it a carrot.
they're
Oh.
so cute.
Nom nom.
They're so cute. Look, oh, just,
Oh, look at the baby.
yeah, just. Oh, look at the fluffers. Like, I mean,
Oh, just want to boop it on the nose.
why do I, like, especially that one, like that, I would name that one Appa. I would definitely name that one Appa because it's all white and gray and just be my little sky bison.
Oh,
You just want to get a brush and be like, I help. Oh, okay, I gotta stop. It's just, oh, I'm sorry. We're gonna stop with hair metal Highland calves. Like, I'm sorry, like that's a calf that belongs in poison. Like, that's the hair metal thing I've seen since Steel Panther. Oh my goodness. Or I guess since Wigwam.
You're welcome.
Oh, they're so cute. I did not know that this would ever be my weakness until I was talking about wanting a yak, and she was like, "No, I think you would prefer this," and introduced me to the wonderful world of Highland
cows and death metal chickens. Like that would be
Highland
your
cows and death
farm.
metal chickens. Like, I feel like that would make for a really good ranch name. Like, welcome to Hair Metal Cow. You know, like, we're gonna go over to the other side, which
Hair
is
metal cow and death metal chickens.
yeah, we're gonna go over to the other side where we to the Death Metal Chicken Ranch. Like, yeah, it's just very on brand. Like, if I ever get to be my own private George Lucas, that's going to be, I think Death Metal Chicken Ranch is going to be the name of my Skywalker ranch. Like, come on, everybody, get out here to Death Metal Chicken. We're gonna be doing things. And there's all kinds of fluffy cows. Fluffy cows are so fluffy. And cows are the sweetness. They really are. All right, where are we as far as time goes? We don't technically have time for another sprint, but I'm going to leave that up to y'all. I can just chitter chat because, I am me. Like, the one thing I can definitely do is chit chat. Like, it is. Gloria and I were talking about that last night of like, it is a superpower that frankly amazes me when other people don't have it. Like, do you not have the chitter chat gene? Do you not have the chitter chat gene?
I'm not gonna enjoy the other video either.
Oh no! Did you find more?
Yeah. It's
No,
the
and
cat's
it's like a
checking out a
bunny?
cat.
It's a cat. Oh my goodness! Oh my! Like, this is gonna be worse than when I got like obsessed with guard alpacas, because y'all know about guard alpacas, right?
Mhm.
Like, they're amazing, and man, they messed up that one. Was it a coyote? I think it was a coyote that got in after the sheep, and just, oh my goodness. Well, yeah, oh, it is a cat. It's a big old fluffer. That's a big cat. The shaggy hair. Like, I feel like I'd have to move to a colder climate. Like, I feel like it would be mean to raise an animal with that much hair in the heat that we have around here.
Yeah. You'd have a lot of sweaty cows.
Yeah, like that would not. They would not
Sweaty
be
death
happy.
cows.
That would not be happy. Well,
They're like, you, what are you? You're
What are
tiny
you?"
thing. Oh my, it moved.
I love that it's the cow and not the cat that's all scaredy. Because there you go. Welcome to my new podcast, Scaredy Cows.
Scaredy cows. Oh, did we ever tell everyone about our names and
No, I was
And-
waiting for you to arrive and get here because there's so many options. I think we had. Can I get this up?
I wrote down all my favorites. We had riff tracks, off-record radio, between the notes, measures of disaster, under the reverb, rewind and reverb, Megan and Charlie's mixtape, and I came up with Music Mayhem with Charlie and Megan, or Megan and Charlie, whichever one.
I kind of like the straightforwardness of Megan and Charlie's mixtape.
Mm.
Like, there's something just straightforward about it. It also is little to no pressure
Mm.
because we're not making promises. Because I feel like the ones with the word beat and groove and stuff that we were looking at, I feel like that's anticipating a certain kind of music. You know, like.
Oh, we also had Listen to This with Megan and Charlie. I forgot about that one.
I almost feel like that's our political podcast. Listen to this now. Blah 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 blah. Like, I love the name of that, but it feels like it gets an official finger waggle. Like the official finger waggle goes along with listen to this now. You won't believe what the Dum Dum just did. I mean,
And then what were the other two that we had come up with that you made designs for?
The ones that I have designs for, which I was trying to figure out if. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. I can't. Wait. Where are you? They're in the Canva. Let me load the Canva.
Woo.
Because gotta hit all the buttons. There we go. So,
Still not sharing.
yeah, I know it flipped me out to another window, and now I can't find Chrome. There we are.
There we go.
Uh-huh.
Yes, record the beat.
So we had these were the ones that we were talking about the most, I thought, on the when we were hanging out the other day. So I did the record the beat, the share in the beat. I really do like the psychedelic CD in the background.
Yes.
I have to say, there was the follow the beat, the listen up, and between the notes, which is one I don't think you said.
Yeah, no, I forgot about that one.
I also really like that one, Megan and Charlie between the notes, and the mixtape. Just because this is bothering me, and I'm actually in Canva, so I can do it. There we go. Sorry, faces should be bigger. If we're going to do it like that, the faces should be bigger. There we go. Which these aren't even like finished like logos, so I don't know why I'm particular. I'm a certain kind of person. Just mean it. But I don't know. I'm really partial to that one, to the mixtape.
Yeah.
Because it goes along with what we're wanting to do with the themed episodes for music. So, we could even just do like Doom Patrol does, and like every episode is the something patrol, and do the the National Women's Day mixtape 2022. Like the just really easy naming conventions for the episodes. They get straight to the point of what we're doing.
Yeah, I like that.
And again, there's no pressure on what it is that, as far as genre or anything else goes.
Yeah, because especially because we have such diverse tastes, making us stick with just one thing just sounds like torture.
Yeah, and we could have a mixtape for just about anything. I don't know, I'm kind of partial to that one.
I like it. I think we should, if everyone agrees, I think we should go with this. Does anyone else have opinions?
I like the mixtape one the best.
Let's say we need the mistress of good naming and weigh in on this. Because, yeah, I there's something about that. I don't know if that's going to be the final cover for it or not. I will say that people can subscribe to it, because I do believe my House of the Blue Dragon podcast is still white labeled. So I'm just going to rebrand it and take down the old episodes. So
nice.
People can pre-subscribe.
Plus, convenient.
Plus, all the old subscribers will just get the new podcast in their feeds and be like, what the hell just happened? Because fun. But, is what is. But, yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Really like that. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. Next is just coming up with a schedule and whatnot. And, of course, taking suggestions and stuff from the Pipples. We were looking at calendars to try to, like, theme things. Like,
I have all of these. All of these days of, like, National Metal Day on November 11th. And Punk for a Day on October 25th. Those will be fun.
Which reminds me,
I'm gonna have to put it all on a Google calendar. Share it with you.
Oh, we missed it. We missed it. World Goth Day is May 22nd.
Oh man!
It's like, when is World
Just barely missed it.
Yeah.
There's next year.
Yes.
Next year. But yeah, I'm really excited about this, and it's very well timed with all of the weirdness that's currently going on. It's like, yeah, I need it's. I don't know how to say this in a way that doesn't sound enough like. I always worry about how things sound. I'm just going to say things. It's a very welcome distraction to the other chaos that's currently going on and everything else behind the scenes. Like,
Yeah, makes sense.
I may have a lot of projects that are about to launch. Brian and I have been doing a lot of technology testing, and he had a kind of a freak out moment yesterday over one of the pieces of tech, which was kind of amazing. Like, after we got off the out of the Discord chat last night, he went on for like an hour about the one piece of technology that we're testing to make some of this happen. And yeah, I'm really cautiously optimistic about the things, because good things are good things.
I think it's a good sign that I dreamt about it last night. You know, it was a beach party. The music was terrible. I whip out my phone and I'm like, I have a podcast that plays music that is much better than this. Let's play some. And then I woke up. So I don't know how everyone reacted to it, but I was the hero for at least a short while there in my dream. Because everyone else was like, this is no bueno. No
It's
bueno
no
at
bueno.
all.
Oh, that is so much fun.
Are you
Yeah.
gonna do like best ofs for the years? Like
we might.
best songs that came out this year, worst songs that came out this year.
I don't know that I would do worse, just because I forget things I don't like.
And I don't want to share things that I don't like, you know? Like, I'd rather share things that I do enjoy and
Like-
get people listening to good music.
Because there's so much that's out there, and I get really frustrated when I hear people say that, like, there haven't been any good songs that have come out since whatever, pick a date. Often pick a decade, and you can tell when people, like, graduated high school. But, no, like, first of all, music genres never die, they just go underground.
Mhm.
Like, there are still new polka bands coming out and doing things. Like, nothing goes away. Swing is still alive and doing well. Like, there are some torch song singers that are just like the spitting image of the music that was being made in the 1920s. Like, it's all still there if you take an active interest in looking for it.
Mhm.
And that's something that, I enjoy doing and that Megan likes doing. And
Yeah.
as far as like all of when I talk about, like, there's a lot of reboots and replanning going on right now. I don't know if this is the final for it, but I was working on a new cover for the main podcast, because you're supposed to put your face on things. I don't know how to put my face on this. Nah. So I took a picture last night and made this. I don't know. I look at it and I go, there's a monster on it. Because, I have problems. They call dysphoria. I don't like looking at me. So I don't know. But I put a copy of that over in the Discord if anybody wants to give thoughts and whatnot. I might do a different image. I kind of liked this one because it was so, like, emerging from the shadows.
Yeah. It does have this kind of creepy vibe to it. The just coming out of the darkness with this smile, like, hey, evil smile.
Which is very much my brand of, like, we're going to be talking about something really, really normal, and then I'm going to say something that's going to make you go, wait, what? Because, I mean, have you met me? It's kind of what I do. I mean, I'm not known as Mix Inappropriate across the Eastern Seaboard for nothing. Because Inappropriate is my brand. It's what you get for growing up on John Waters films, I guess. I don't know. Anywho, it is time for us to go into the darkness. If I had 1,000 subscribers, I would try to find somebody to, I'm not even going to try to say the long ass phrase, raid into, but apparently it's bugged and isn't working right now, and they had to
Oh no.
turn half of it off. So maybe if they didn't make it so complex, it would be better.
Wait, YouTube has a raid system now?
If they do, you have to raid someone, you have to have over 1,000 subscribers, but you can raid into anyone once you do that. To raid someone, you must first have an agreement with them that they are willing to allow you to raid them. So once they are willing, they have to go into their user settings, click all the way down to the bottom, click the user settings, go into general settings, scroll down, find the place where it says acceptable redirect locations, enter your channel in there like you would do for like a mod or a channel that you wanted to ban, and then tell the other person, okay, it's fine. That other person who then wants to redirect to you must go into their video, not into the stream manager, which would be the logical place to do it, but into the actual backstage, go to the live stream, click edit, scroll down all the way to the bottom of all the additional information that you can put on. And there's a thing there that says at the end of your stream, live redirect to. You click that, it lets you put in the URL of the live stream that's currently going on. You can't just pick a channel. You have to know the exact URL of the current stream that is streaming that you want to stream into. Paste that in there, click save, and then when you're done, you hit end broadcast and pray that it works. I mean, what could go wrong? It's so simple.
Oh my gosh. I guess that would stop hate raids.
I mean, you could tell that they did not want hate raids to happen, and so they it's virtually impossible to do them with this system.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a lot of steps.
Yeah.
That's just so much.
Too much.
They've been beefing up their backstage for streams, which I do have open over here, and it's nice. I like it. It's cleaner and easier to read than the one over on Twitch. Why can't there just be a button over here that I can click, search through the channels that have approved me, if you still want to have the approval system in there, and then click one? I don't think that would be too hard. I think that would actually be better, but I don't know. It's just YouTube does things. But yes, so I highly recommend, just in case she decides to do it over here, because she still does live streams over here from time to time, just go to Kate Kavanaugh's channel, copy the URL of her channel name, find that setting in your YouTube studio settings for anybody who streams, and just paste her in there just in case. She does randomly raid people on Twitch. Who knows if she does it over here, if she decides to do it over here, because she does stream over here every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, who knows? It's just, yeah. But it's obnoxious. It is obnoxious. The YouTube way. Alrighty. So, does anybody have anything that they would like to say before we head off?
No, I'm good.
Coffee bunnies tomorrow, and hopefully there's gay yarn.
Woo, gay yarn.
In the title.
Need headbands, do we? Next week will be my last regular Thursday stream for a while, because they moved my class from Tuesdays to Thursdays. And oops, I gotta go. That UPS package that I've been waiting for is finally here. Alrighty. Let me hit the button and go pick it up. Have fun, y'all. Bye.